Hello everybody and welcome back to another video of What If Luffy Was Never Born. Last week we spent quite a lot of time in the Barati and now we will look at another island. To be a bit more precise, it is the Arlong Park, so we're going to Nami's home island, Kokuyashi Village. And now let's get into it. This is already our 7th part. Yay, 7! And I would say, first of all, let me tell you what happened last week. There was not much that happened, because Sanji and Seth and all the other cook fighters are strong enough to compete with Don Creek, and if not, Mihawk is there. So there was only one death, that being the one of that one bounty hunter dude that nobody cares about, so nothing much happened there. But let's see what happens this week in the East Blue Saga, the Arlong Park arc. We're getting to the end of the East Blue Saga. Can't believe it's already 7 weeks. Wrong direction. First of all, now we can talk about Arlong and Fishman Pirates. First time we actually talked about them in this What If scenario was in the Orange Town arc, where we first met Nami, where she stole from Buggy, which is actually going to be important here, or can be important here. But first of all, we need to see, without Luffy and all the other Straw Hats, there is nobody helping Nami. She will stay under Arlong, even after all of those Marines with Nezumi steal her money. She will not know that Arlong instigated all that stuff, so she will just continue to earn money from stealing from pirates, and that probably for her entire life. So we might go down the bad timeline here, from the picture that Oda introduced in one of the SBS sections, I think, where he showed how Nami will look in the future in a good scenario and in a bad scenario. And we might go down in a bad scenario, unless Arlong kills her before that. And now we need to know this year. This is the good old Genzo. Genzo, the person who took care of Nami after her mother Belmer got killed. And he will die. There is no question about it. The only reason Genzo survived in the canon version of One Piece was because Usopp was there. Usopp might be a bit cowardly in this arc, or even general, but when he saw that Genzo was about to get killed by Arlong, he shot at Arlong with his slingshot. And that was the only reason that Genzo survived. That's our first death of the arc. And thinking back to the Orange Town arc, like I said before, there is a chance that Buggy might arrive here to get back the map that Nami stole. It could be right about this time, it could also be much later. Because if Buggy knows that Nami went here to Arlong, that means he knows about Arlong. And Buggy is not the most courageous fighter. So there might be a chance that he just doesn't follow up and just leaves the treasure. Or because he is all for the treasure and doesn't stop, he will seek out help. And maybe there is a chance for the alliance between Buggy and Elvida. And maybe Buggy will get help from other people. I don't think Buggy will ask Shanks for help. That's just too much for him. He doesn't like Shanks and he won't step over his shadow. So let's see who we can ask. The Marines, Elvida, who else? Kuro? Maybe Don Creek if they are still alive. He could also go to the Barati and maybe Nami can get Sanji to help her. There's that one bounty hunter. There are other bounty hunters as well. There are enough people he could potentially build up to fight against Arlong. And I don't know how he himself would go against Arlong, because with his Bari no Mi, or his devil fruit, the split fruit or whatever, he is a bit of a sword counter, but Arlong doesn't only fight with swords, so for me this is a bit of a wild card. And now let's look at the consequences of this. First of all, let's look at the deaths. There's one more death here, and this is Genzo. There might be more deaths in the future, yes, because Arlong is pretty much he doesn't care about the humans, and if he wants to kill someone, he will just kill them. So, he will just... For now, we only know that Genzo died, and the other people, they will probably survive for a bit longer, and we can only talk about what will happen at the point of this arc. In the far off future, probably all of the humans will die, maybe even Nami. Like I said. But the most notable ones to die would be Dr. Nako, Nojiko, Nami's sister, and maybe even Nami herself, and the boy there, but I don't care about the boy. Nami herself is the biggest unsure point here, because if Nami is there, Arlong probably wouldn't kill Nojiko and maybe not the closely related people. But he was about to kill Genzo, who is really closely related to Nami. So what would Nami do? Would she stop working for him and also plot like an attack against Arlong the next time she leaves the village to earn money? Maybe she will just join up with Buggy and like apologize and get help from him, then recruit other people. With her appearance, she will then go to the Bharati because she knows the Bharati is strong, and then recruit Sanji. Sanji should be strong enough to kill Arlong. Then with Buggy and all the other people, she could deal with that. And then they got the pirate crew with Buggy and Nami. I don't know, that's far-fetched. But that's the most likely scenario actually. It might be far-fetched, but that's just what a what-if scenario is. So, in my opinion, Buggy will fight against Arlong, and he can win. There is a possibility that he can win. And the other fights, maybe the unicycle guy will fight against one of his Arlong's commanders. Then we have the lion and the lion tamer, who can also fight against the fishman. And if Sanji is there, he obviously can also fight against someone. If you tell me that fishmen are too strong to be defeated by people like Buggy's crew, just remember that Usopp, the Usopp from the East Blue Saga, also defeated one of Arlong's strongest fishmen, Chu. Chu was defeated by Usopp, the weakest person ever. Maybe not ever, because we got people like Helmeppo before time skip. We got Spandam, we got other weak people, but Usopp was pretty weak. And another thing we need to think about is that Nami will never be able to follow her dream. She will never draw a map of the full map of the world, because she won't be able to leave. Unless all the stuff happens where she recruits people. Maybe she can get some Marines to come. There are options here for Nami to live a better life, but she won't live the life where she can go around the entire world. Actually, in my opinion, the most likely scenario is that Nami asks the Marines for help, because she hates pirates. She doesn't want to deal with pirates. That's also why she was so, like, unsure if she wanted help from the Straw Hats and Luffy and Zoro and all the other people. So, she hates pirates. The most logical thing here is to go to the Marines and ask for help. Why did she never do that? Maybe because she knows that Arlong is in scheme with them, but there is a chance that once Arlong is like big enough in the East Blue because he wants to take over the entire East Blue, there is a good chance that the Marines will get noticed about all the stuff, and then Nami will get help from the Marines. And maybe Nami will join the Marines. She wants to be free in one thing, but being with the Marines would also help her with the dream mission to draw a map of the entire world, because she could be the navigator of one of the marine ships where she helps them to go around the world and capture pirates, and while she's on that task she can also draw her maps, which will be very useful for the Marines, for the Navy, for the world government. I mean, she's literally the best navigator in the story in my opinion, so there could be a case where she joins the Marines and becomes their navigator for some missions. But that's maybe a what if for the future. So, what do you think? How would Nami handle all of this? How would she deal with Arlong? Would she survive all of this? And how old would she be at the end of the Arlong regime? But for now, I would say that's been it. and have a nice day. This has been Pyro Primer, and I hope to see you again in my next video.